Okay, we are streaming this, which means it's being recorded, so you can go back and check this. Okay, we're talking about how to get that sort of chuck sound is how we've been describing it, but it's really the idea is how to use the ukulele strum as a drum to play along with you, where you're creating sort of a rhythm track that you play with, right? So ultimately our goal is to get to a point where we're, for a down, down, up, down, up sound, something like this. Down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck. Which is the same strum as down, down, up, down, 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 up, right? But for the second and the fourth downs, we're replacing it with a chuck. Down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, down, chuck, up, chuck. Right? So that's the idea of what we're doing. So to get there, the way we want to do this, let me zoom in a little bit, might be helpful. To get there, the way that we want to do this is we want to practice first the chuck until we've got it down. So I would just do downs with it. You're always going to do this with downs. And you want it to ring just a little bit. The idea is that your finger's hitting it just an instant before your palm is so that you get some of that sound. Otherwise, it just sounds like that. And you really want the... So the way I would practice this is I would start by just going down and then muting it. Down, mute. Down, mute. And then work on getting the time shorter between those two things until you can get it almost at the same time, right? So you get a sound like that. And you can do it over and over until it feels comfortable. And then once you can do that, then you're going to go to the chuck and the up. So chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up, chuck, up. Okay, and then finally, once you can do that, you're going to add it in on the 2 and the 4 of the down, down, up, down, up. So down, chuck, chuck, up, down, chuck, chuck, down, chuck, chuck, up. And there you go. That's an exercise.
Daniel, I'm wondering if I'm having trouble because my ukulele is so small.
That's absolutely possible, Ray.
Yeah, I just don't have the width.
We have a extra tenor ukulele if you'd like to borrow one for a few days to get a feel for what it's like to play a larger one too.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's find a time to get that to you for sure.
I'd run out of room.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
And tenor is this size ukulele. It's the size that most people in the group have gotten. This is a relatively large tenor ukulele, this one, but they come in a whole range. Linda, did you ever end up buying a uke?
It's on my list.
It's on your list.
It's on my list. I'm getting it. I'm definitely getting it. It's just, what can I say? I haven't been able to do it yet. But it's on my list.
Okay. Okay, let's practice, shall we? Let's practice our chords. That did not screen share. Let me try this again. There you go. Okay. So we'll do Hashki Venu in all 3 keys is the idea. I really think this is a great exercise to work on, by the way. If you're just looking for something to practice, is to play Hashki Venu in all 3 of these keys, right? In C, in G, and in F. Because it really is going to get you working on all the chords that we're trying to add in right now. And because you're familiar with the way that it's supposed to sound, you can apply so many of the concepts you already have. So we're going to start with C, right? Same as our old work warm up here. So welcome, Patty. And let's just play with this. If you want to, if you're feeling it, try out the chuck while you're doing it. but not if that is still intimidating. So here we go. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Here we go. C, now G, now A minor, and F. C, G, A minor, and F. C, G, A minor, and F. C, and G, A minor, and F. Now end on a C. I'm assuming that felt okay for everyone, but anyone playing around with anything interesting or fun with the suspensions or the chucking or any of that? No, Sean.
I'm trying to do that chucking, and I think I'm okay, but I'm just definitely don't have it on the 2 and the 4. It's in there though.
It's just it just comes from practice, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Linda, you're a guitar player too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might even find it easier to teach yourself this skill on the guitar and then transfer it to the ukulele.
I've been working on it on the guitar.
Same exact exercise is what I would try, but on the guitar, you want to keep your hand back towards the bridge, because then what it does is it lets you get. You'll see if you have your hand almost on the bridge when you mute it, you get a nice, and it comes out on its own.
More sound.
Yeah. Okay, let's try Hashki Venu in the key of G. So just going over our chords, right? Our 1 chord is the G. Our 5 chord is the D. Our 6 minor chord is the E minor. And our 4 chord becomes the C. So we're in the key of G. So G is the 1, A, B, C is the 4, D is the 5, and E minor is the 6. And this progression for Hashki Venu is 1, 5, 6, 4. 1, 5, 6, 4. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. So starting on that G. G, G, G. Okay, here we go. G, now D, D. Here comes E minor, and C. Back to G, and D, E minor, and C, G, D, E minor, and C, G, D, E minor, and C. Again now G, D, E minor, C. Last time G and D, E minor, and C, and on G. Okay, how did that feel?
I tried using the D susses, which aren't not very hard, so I thought they were easy to mess around with.
Yeah, the D susses are great, right? Little bit
I
of,
don't know what they sound like, but they're easy to play.
so a little bit of music theory here. This may be confusing for some folks. I apologize in advance, as with all the music theory stuff. But go ahead and look at the G chord. Look at the shape of it here on the chart. Don't worry about it on your fingers. And look at it on the D chord. Right? You can see that the difference between them is that the middle string on the G chord is shifted up 1 fret, whereas on the D chord, they're all on the same string, right? Or all on the same fret, excuse me. The reason for that is when we tune our ukulele, that 3rd string down is tuned a half a fret, or a half a step, 1 fret flat compared to all the other ones, right? Normally you go from the 5th fret to the next string, but from the 2nd string to the 3rd string, it's on the 4th fret to get the same note. And then it's back to the 5th. So what's happening there is it's actually the same chord shape. It's just that middle string between them has to be shifted up a fret on the G shape, because of the way that the ukulele is tuned. So I mentioned that, Linda, because when you look at it, the D sus chords and the G sus chords are identical, right? Here's the sus. Here's how you suspend it on a G sus. You put your pinky down to make it a sus4, and you lift it up to make it a sus2. Same with the D. You put your pinky down to make it a sus4, and you lift up to make it a sus2. So just showing you that it's the same thing that's happening in both chords, actually, with the only difference being how the ukulele is tuned. I get that may have been really confusing for some of you, so feel free to totally ignore that if it was. Yeah, Patty.
Rabbi Daniel, is it better to keep your thumb like on the back so you can have pressure? Because I feel like my thumb is like up here and then I'm not getting as much pressure, or am I supposed to push like on my thumb? Do you know what I'm saying?
I would not recommend pushing on your thumb. I'd recommend pushing against the, whatever you call this area of your hand. The crook between your thumb and your hand. That's where you really want to get the counter pressure from.
And I can't move down as easy. Like if I'm up here doing this and then I move down.
So the trick...
Is the thumb supposed to be like sticking up? Like just like funky?
Yeah, sticking up funky. And the trick there, Patty, is the ones where you're having trouble getting it around, bring your elbow in or out, and it'll change the shape of it. So like for the D chord, you want that elbow out, so you're coming in straight, and that thumb's going to go over the top. But for the E minor chord, bring that elbow in so that it's coming at an angle. You can even push out the head of your ukulele a little bit.
Oh. Because I'm trying to figure out where to get the pressure to make the string work.
You really want to come from the side a little bit more. You can bring that elbow in for the E minor and push out the head. I am not flat. Right now I have the ukulele flat with my body, parallel to my body. When I play, my ukulele neck, look how far my ukulele neck comes out. Right? Here's flat, here's out. So that really what I'm doing is...
How do you know when to do that?
You'll be able to sense when you need to get it. Like when you're coming in straight, like on a D chord, and your fingers need to come in straight, then you want the elbow out, so you square it up. Right? Bring that elbow out now, and you see it's easier. There you go. Now, switch to the G minor chord, which is angled, right? It's one after another. And so bring that elbow in and have the head, point that head of the ukulele a little more towards the screen.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because when I watched the video of all you guys, like some of you had it like here, some of you had it here.
So generally it's better to have it out. Generally it's better to have it out. But you can move it back and forth depending on the chord and what makes sense for your hand and where you get the best leverage. Exactly.
But how are you supposed to see what you're doing? You can tilt it in and out?
Sure. You also get to the point where you don't see as much as you feel and mark it.
I'm not there.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Thank you for that's really a game changer. Thank you.
Okay, let's play it in this key one more time, shall we? Here we go. G. Here we go now. G. Now comes D. D. E minor. And C. G. D minor. D, sorry. E minor. And C. And G. D. E minor. And C. Last time, back to G. G. D. E minor. C. And let's end it on a G. Okay, how'd that feel?
Good. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
You showed the tuning that I had never seen that on the uke before when you were doing like similar on the guitar where you did the like. Can you just say what fret you're on and just do that super fast?
Yeah. So the ukulele is tuned as if it's tuned just like a guitar minus the two lowest strings on a guitar. So it's the 4 bottom strings. So from the first string, the G string, let me bring this up a little more. So from the first string, the G string to the C string, it's the same note if you put your finger on the 5th fret. It should be a dot there for you probably. So those are the same note when you do that, right? Then to go from the G string to the E string, we got to go down a fret. It's only the 4th fret. And then from the E string to the A string, we're back to the 5th fret. And in fact, you can hear that my A string was out of tune a little bit. So there you go.
Thank you. I'm out of tune too. I thought I was in tune, but no.
Okay. Let's
Rabbi
play.
Daniel, can I ask one more beginner question?
Sure.
When you're trying to do the things, can you just do down up when you're trying to do a new chord and hold it right?
It's exactly the way to do it. Go back to whatever's easy when you're learning something hard.
So if you can go, like anytime something you throw us new, if we're beginners, we can go back to the down up, and it doesn't ruin it.
Always.
Because I'm really struggling with like the chords, how to hold it,
Totally.
what the strum is.
Totally.
It's just,
So the exercise I would recommend, Patty, to practice is I would play Hashki Venu in all 3 keys. And if you do that every day for a week, you'll be good to go on all the other songs too. Because it covers all of our new chords.
but like Hashki Vena with a down up, or just
So-
down, up, down, up.
What I would say is start for the ones where you're comfortable with the chords, do the more complicated strum. And when you're not comfortable yet with the chords, do the easier strum. And then once you get comfortable with the chords, add the more complicated strum back in. And that way you're layering on top of it.
Thank you so much.
Patty, I have a question. Can you ever come to practice on Sundays?
Yeah, Sundays work, just not during the work week. But yeah, Sundays are really
You
helpful.
might try
It
to
was
do-
so helpful to hear you guys and see you, because I didn't know you're supposed to. Are you supposed to hold the ukulele like this or like this?
Much more the first one than the second, Patty.
You.
There
I
you
don't
go.
think we ever learned that in beginners.
Yeah, it's
Or
hard.
was it like this because you had to see it?
Yeah, no. Much more like that. Yeah, there you go. Good.
And do you sit like this or do you sit like?
Sit however you're
Tired.
comfortable. That I have no advice for.
Okay, good.
Ray. Oh, Ray, did you unmute yourself because you had a thought or a question or something?
No.
Oh, okay. I just saw that you unmuted.
Nope.
Actually, while we're talking about having all been together, we set a date for the next ukulele Havdalah. I'm remembering it being the 19th. Does that sound right, Amy? The 19th of December? 18th of December? 18th of December.
I will be out of town. I'll miss
Boom.
you guys.
We'll miss you. So
Wait,
18th.
we have a second gig?
We have a second gig, another Havdalah jam.
The crowd went crazy.
Exactly.
No, they didn't.
Hey Daniel,
Yeah.
maybe as much as we love Leslie's voice, maybe if she doesn't sing into the mic.
I didn't even know she had a microphone. She had her own microphone was the problem, which is why it was so loud. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be good. Like they could hear us sing. That would be nice, fun.
That's how it was supposed to be. It was. I didn't realize Leslie was singing right into that mic, and we didn't set up those two. I ran the sound on the rest of them.
And I had some requests, so can we bring a list of songs? Because my parents are like, "Oh, can you play this?" And
For
can you
sure.
play-" Okay.
For sure. Okay. So let's keep going. In
Wait, what was the date again? I'm sorry.
18th.
At 6.
18th at 6. You got it.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thanks, Daniel, for making it happen.
Oh, I'm excited for it.
Just something to
Exactly. Okay.
I'm gonna skip Colorado and stay home.
As you should. We're much more fun than Colorado.
One comment: the last Havdalah service was wonderful, but with Leslie singing, It totally.
That's what Amy just said. It's just what Amy said. It was a problem with the sound system. I didn't know Leslie was going to sing into those mics, and I didn't even bother setting them up. But we will have that next time.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
We have really good voices. I think we can sing.
Totally.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's play it in the next key. Here we go. So, F. This, by the way, these are the chords that I play it in, or the chord shapes that I play when I play it on a guitar. It's a different key, but these are the shapes that I play it in. On a guitar, this would be the key of C. Okay, so we're going to start with the F, and then the C, and then the D minor, and then the B flat. And that, of course, is the challenging part of playing in F, is that B flat comes in, which is why I recommend practicing in all of these keys, as you get all those challenging chords. That B flat, bring the head of the ukulele out.
Yes, I was just going to ask you that, Rabbi.
Bring the head of the ukulele out when you play that B flat, and bring that elbow in so that you really get as much of an angle as you can.
I cannot do this. How do you do this? It goes out, and then these go here, and where's your pressure coming from?
The pressure, turn your hand sideways. Look at...
Where's your thumb? Oh, your thumb's against the neck. Oh. So you don't stick your thumb out then?
There, you need your thumb behind it to put the pressure on.
Yeah, on the
That's
B...
what I thought with all of them, but then Rabbi Daniel said you keep your thumb out.
I mean, I might keep my thumb out on the B flat. I don't know what I routinely do. Let's see. I sort of tilt my thumb to the side and keep it across the top. But yeah, you feel free to throw that thumb on the back of there, even to like mash it against the back if it helps on the B flat for sure. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. F. 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 Okay, here we go. From the top. F. Oh, wait 1 second. Kathleen's here. F. Here we go. From the top. F. Now C. C. D minor. B flat. F. Now C. D minor. B flat. F. C. D minor. B flat. F. C. Last time. D minor. B flat. And end on the F. Okay, how did that feel? Okay. Sort of in the middle. That B flat's getting there, right? It's the toughest of them.
Was that
Rabbi?
Linda, then Patty? Yeah.
No, I'm good. Just
cool.
keep doing it.
Patty?
If you're doing up down, is it only 2 up downs, up down? Like down up is what I'm doing.
Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You get 4 of them. Down, up, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Downs are always on the numbers. Ups are always on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1.
So you're doing 4 Fs, 4 Cs, 4 Ds, 4 Bs.
You got it. I'm doing one measure of each, but I'm counting out 4 beats in each, with 4 beats in one measure. Okay. Let's do this real quick. First in C. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. C. Now G. A minor. And F. Second time. C. G. A minor. And F. End on C. Okay, here we go. Next key. G, D, E minor, C. 2, 3, 4. G. Now D, E minor, and C. Back to G. Now D, E minor, and C. End on G. And finally we have F. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, F. C, here comes C. Now D minor, B flat, back to F. Now C, D minor, B flat, and end on an F. Okay. That was good. Jazzy ending there, Kathleen. I like that. Okay.
Great.
Let's play Brother is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. What do you say? There you all are. Okay. How's this size? Is this the right size for you? You want the chords up here, or do we know these chords by now and don't need them? Who wants the chords? Anyone want the chords up there? Yeah? Great. I'll keep them up there. Okay, here we go. From the ooze. So my strum is down, down, up, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up. Here we go. Ooh, E minor. Next comes the F. Now back to C. E7 now, A minor and F, somewhere, E minor, the rainbow, F, up, C, F, and C that you G. And a La, A minor. Now F and C somewhere. E minor, the rainbow. F, bird C. And F, the C that you dream of. G, really do. E minor, here comes F. F, some C, I wish upon a star, and I'll G up where the clouds are far, A minor. Now F, yeah, where C melts like lemon drops, G above the chimney tops, that's A minor. You'll oh, C, where E minor, the rainbow, F, bird C. Here comes F. F, the C that you dare to. Oh, G, oh, why I can't A minor. Now F. F. Okay, now stay on that F for a second. Just keep playing it before we get ready to go on. Now it's going to switch over to the wonderful world. and we play the chords for about half the time each. So it's a lot faster chord changes. So just get that in your head as you're looking ahead. Here we go. 1, 2, I see C of E minor and F, roses C, F, watch the C, 47, A minor, and I F to myself. A little longer here, G, what a wonderful A minor, A, fast again, I see C of E minor, and I see F of C, and the F of C, E7 like the A minor, and I F to myself. Here comes G, what a wonderful C, F, C, the G of the rainbow, so C in the sky, our G on the faces of C passing by. I see F shaking C, saying F, do you do the F really C? Now D minor or D minor 7, which is nice with that pinky. I love D. That should not be a D, that should be a G. A G. I hear C minor and I F them C, F, March C, 7 will A minor, and I F to myself. G, what a wonderful A minor. Now F, F, some C, I wish upon a star. I'll G up where the clouds are far, A minor. We're back in the first song now. F me, where C melts like lemon drops. G above the chimney tops, that's A minor. You'll F me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. F up C, F the C that you dare to G. Oh, why can't A minor? Now F, F, same ooze as the beginning. Ooh, E minor, E minor. Now F, F goes to C. Now F, F, here comes E7, E7, A minor. Oh, 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 F, and end on a C. Okay, how'd that feel?
Great. Daniel, is your strum down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down? Is that what you're doing?
Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. It helps to bounce around. For this one, it really helps to kind of bounce to it. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a kind of a new drum, I think, for us. I'm a little tangled up in it, but
Yeah, it's a little different of a feel, and it's a little sloppy, is what you're looking for. It's not quite on the beat.
good at that.
For our tape, do you want to slow it down just a sec, a little bit? I know it gets its groove when you get going.
Yeah, yeah. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. And you really do need to dance a little bit. Yeah, there you go, Ray. Ray's bopping around. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And your body should be going down when it's going down, and your body should be going up when it's going up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down. Because then when you're going down,
Yes, in our line, all lined up, and we're gonna be bouncing all over the place. It's gonna be hilarious.
exactly.
That was super fun, Rabbi. Super fun.
Good. Okay, let's try Buttercup.
I want to say I found a tutorial for this of this woman who I'm happy to share with everybody, and she runs through the whole thing, and you can put it on a speed, like a really slow speed, and then like slowly build up your speed, and that's really been really helpful. So I would be happy to share that link.
That'd be great. Yeah, I'm sure people would love that. Thanks, Amy. Okay, let's try playing this, shall we? So I'm going to start it on a G7. G7 is a great chord to start a song in C in. You get a sort of... Why do you see me up? E7 cup, baby, just to F me down and G me around. Okay, let's try that from the top. Let's all start together. Okay, G7, here we go. G7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Why do you see me up? E7 cup, baby, just to F me down and G me around and then C of all. You E7 call, babe, when you F you will, but I G you still. I need C more than C7, darling. F that you have from the F minor if you want to play it, and C me up. G cup, don't break my F. C, and then it's that thing where you stay on the G. I'll be C at G. You told me B flat and F, but you see, I way to F again. I went to the G. I can't B flat any F. It's not C. You let me F again. Okay, let's try that whole section again. Okay, start from the G7 again. Great way of going into this. I'm sorry, you can't see my hands. Let me tilt it so you see my fingers. It's probably a little easier. G7.
I just see a C there.
Yeah, there's no G7 written there. G7 is just a great way to go into a C. So we're starting in that G7 before we enter into the chorus, or before we enter into the verse.
Can you show us the F minor?
Yes, the F minor. Sorry, it's so big it blocks everything is the reason I made these go away.
Just a quick look at it. Okay.
I didn't see it. Okay.
It's not the world's easiest chord. I would probably skip it for now, and when you're practicing, focus on it. Okay. Let's try this from the G7. Here we go. G7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'll be C at G. You told me B flat and F, but you see, I'll wait to F. Then I C to the G. I can't B flat any F. It's not C. You let me F again. Hey, 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 baby, baby, try to find a little time on those. And I know I said this before. It's probably easiest just to say the first two and play the third one. Hey, hey, D minor, baby, baby, I try to find G, F, E minor, little time, and I'll make you mine. F, be home. I'll be D7 phone waiting for G or G7. Ooh, I'm playing the 7. Why do you see me up? E7 cup, baby, just to F me down and G me around and then C of all. You E7, baby, when you F you will, but I G you still. I need C more than C7, darling. F that I have from F minor. So C me up, G cup, don't break my F. Now G's to C. I'm a G, but I B flat the F and not C. If you F me no, hey, hey, C, you're on G. I'm B flat to F, all the C. Why do I F you so? Here's phrase, look at it, and get ready, and decide whether you're going to do all three or whether you're just going to do the last one. Here we go. Hey, 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 baby, baby, try to find G, F, A minor, E minor, a little time, and I'll make you mine. I'll F, be home. I'll be D7 phone waiting for G or G7. G7, why do you see me up? E7 cup, baby, just to F me down and G me around, and then C of all. You E7, baby, when you F you will, but I G you still. I need C more than C7, darling. F that you have from F minor. So C me up, G cup, don't break my F, B flat, G, C. Okay. That was our ukulele for today. Yeah, thoughts, questions? Let me turn off original sound so I can hear you, Amy. Go ahead.
I learned something really interesting that could be helpful here. Maybe you've told us this, but doing the stair step, the E minor, is sometimes kind of hard to get to. And if you're doing a G and you just put your pinky up here, it's the same as an E minor. So
Oh, you're right. Look at that.
it's, you have to have a strong pinky. But in that song, when you have to make those really quick hey hey heys, you could go G minor, and all you have to do is just you can skip that other, was it an F minor? I don't remember.
Yep.
And you can just put your pinky down.
That's a great observation, Amy. That's great. And
I thought that was really exciting.
That's great. And it's, so to get a little music theory on it, it's because they're related to each other. The 1 and the 6 are what's called the relative minor, relative major of each other, which means that they have 2 of the 3 notes as being the same. So G and E minor are relative major and minor is what we say, because 2 of the 3 notes are the same between the G and the E minor, meaning there's only one thing you have to change. So that's a great observation.
So if you're ever on a G and you have to go to an E minor, all you do is just put your pinky down instead of moving your whole hand around.
That's very helpful. Rabbi Daniel, speaking of all that theory, when you were saying how the D sus and the G sus in the beginning of the lesson were similar, they were related?
Yes.
They're similar. I didn't understand it. I don't understand how this one, I just understood this perfectly, but I didn't quite get. Could you try one more time?
Yeah, and this isn't terribly important. It's just sort of understanding how the shapes are built. This is a D chord right here, right? This is a G chord right here, right?
Oh, that's another way to do G.
I'm not suggesting you play it this way. I'm just showing it. I'm trying to show it to you so it's clear, right?
Okay, got it.
Here's your G chord, and here's your D chord. The only difference between the two, right? If we wanted to play that, we need to take this middle string and move it up one fret, right? So that's what we're doing there, is we're taking that middle string and moving it up a fret, which is the same as this, and we're doing it because this string right here is tuned a half fret down. Remember, we don't go the 5th fret here, we go the 4th fret. So all we're doing is, it's the same shape, we're just compensating for this, the difference in the tuning. Don't worry if that didn't make a lot of sense. It's not important. It's just sort of guitar-based or ukulele-based music theory, as opposed to piano-based.
I'm interested in that, so thank you.
Okay.